So here we are back again with another installment of working on the Sportster. And I'm here at my buddy's shop. That's where I'm actually doing this little project. I call him the Milkshake Marauder because he loves milkshakes. But anyway, I'm going to go in, do a little work. Starting to run a little low on in the parts department. The one thing about living here where I live in Saskatchewan is you can pretty much guarantee that everything you order, and it's probably going to have to be ordered, is going to take at least a couple weeks to get here. So, and there's some stuff I ordered that they don't even have a specified time for delivery. So anyway, let's head inside, see what we can do. Oh, the shop cats. Whew. Pretty bare in here today. And there she is, all tucked away. All right, so I think the first thing we're going to tackle is these riser bushings. They're a little worse for wear. Shouldn't be too terribly difficult, but let's get these handlebars off. All right, so we got the handlebars off. I've just got them kind of zip tied to the frame here, just off to the side, out of the way. We still got a mess of wires here everywhere, and got a loose nut here. Looks like it goes to our neutral light. This guy is loose as well, so. But I actually don't like these caps on here. I don't like the way they look, so I'll probably end up doing something with that, but let's get these risers out. So another thing I should mention about taking these risers off is obviously you've got your nut down here. Now when that turns, this whole riser is going to turn as well. So all I did was just put some of the bolts just through the riser, put a wrench in there like that just to hold it from moving, and they're tight, but yeah, and then you can just get that nut off the bottom there. So we got these Arlen Ness handlebar bushings. So it's Arlen Ness, so it's got to be good. And here's what you get in the box. Some rubbers, you got some caps. You know, let's go ahead and throw this stuff in. So here's the old rubber out of the old bushings, and this is off the right side. This one, the bottom one doesn't look too bad. This top one, you can tell it's been well used, so obviously good time to change them. Okay, so we got the new rubbers in there. One for the bottom, one for the top. They are a bit of a pain in the ass to put in, but they're in there tight, and they have to be. One thing I did do was I took just a little bit of kind of like finer steel wool, and I did the inside of the housing here just to clean up any problems. And I did put a little bit of just a little bit of grease around the edge just to help it slip in there. And these are the bushings out of the other side. The top one not too bad. This bottom one though, it was starting to have some issues. So, like I say, good thing we're changing them. One thing I can say too is these are very bendy, whereas the Arlen Ness ones are a lot sturdier. So we got both sets of rubbers in there now. I'm sweating like a pig because it's warm in here, and those are not fun putting in by hand. If you'll notice, it looks like some genius decided to spray paint some stuff up here, so I'll have to try and get rid of that mess as well while I'm at it. Now, as you'll see from here, this was all pretty scuffed up, so I basically just hit it with some flat black trim clad. So just to spruce it up a little bit, nothing too fancy though, of course. Okay, and now we got the bushings, the new bushings in, and we have the risers back on. So let's continue on. I hate these little visors on the Sportster. I think they look dumb. I don't like them. I don't think we need it, but I'm gonna do something about this because I do not like the way these look. So there we are. I just took it and gave it a shave. And I don't know, see how it looks on the bike. I think it'll look better. I just did not like the way that whole cap looked. So just gave it a shave and we'll see how it goes. So there's the finished product of our little cap that we did a little work on. So it looks a little different. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, we'll see how it is. Looks okay for now, I guess. Just a little different. Got to experiment, you know. And also, I kind of just took some braided loom and cleaned up a bit of the wires that were going up to the controls because, you know, they look like crap. And it's nothing special, obviously, braided loom, but it's better than a big pile of electrical tape. So we'll go with this for now and see how it works. Okay guys, I got everything kind of back together here. Got the new bushings in, speedo back on. Now I also went and I put some loom on all these wires here. And of course I had to tighten these because they were loose. Of course the middle ones were loose, not the outside ones, which means these had to come off to tighten these. Kind of a pain in the ass, but done regardless. I also went and I took and I kind of polished up this here where it was all full of paint overspray that somebody decided to do. I still got a little bit to do in there, but that was just using some super fine steel wool. Just took that right off and polished her up pretty nice. So handlebars back on. Whew, good to go with that part. Oh, I am done for today. That was a long day and it's hot as hell in here. I've been sweating my balls off. And I'll tell you that, you know, I said at the start of this is like, oh, I could make a rat bike out of that thing. That thing already is a rat bike. I could have just left it as it is and it would have been a rat bike perfectly well because it's got lots of stuff to go through yet. Oh, and the other really annoying thing about it is that you've got metric and standard, just whatever bolt nut would work went on there. Like on the risers, you look on one side, you've got a lock nut. You look on the other side, you've got a regular nut. You know, like they're just. I spent just as much time working on that bike as I did walking back and forth from a toolbox trying to find the right wrenches for it. So. Anyway, I'm done for today, but I'm coming back tomorrow, so, and I'll be working on it again, so see you in a little bit. Well, folks, I'm back at the old Milkshake Marauder's shop, and we're ready to give her another go here today. I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually get done. I'm basically waiting on a bunch of parts, and who knows when they're going to get here. So I've also been pretty busy today. I don't know how long I'll be able to stay here for, but let's see what we can get done. Okay, so we gave her a bit of a bath on the bottom end, and I think the next thing you need to do is maybe take care of some of this pile of wiring hanging around here. See what I can figure out with that. It shouldn't be actually visible, but I should be able to do something to make it look a little bit nicer than it is, that's for sure. Okay, so I loomed the wire here. It's definitely not a professional job, but cleaned it up a little bit, and hopefully this is all going to be hidden underneath. Until we get the gas tank on, we won't know for sure. And I've just got it kind of strapped out of the way just for right now. Okay, here I'll see So now I went ahead and I cut that shroud, that plastic shroud that was all busted up off this thing, because I'm going to jack up the bike and I'm going to kind of set the fender in just to kind of mock it up, because I want to put, I'm basically going to put struts. I'm going to take off the suspension, make it into a hardtail, you know. So that's going to drop the ass end of the bike, so I want to have the fender on it, drop the bike, measure how far it's going to be when those struts go in, and make sure that I've still got clearance between the wheel and this bad boy. Okay, I got the back fender on just to mock it up here. Once we got that on, we can drop the bike down and take some measurements. Now generally you would do this with a motorcycle jack, but I do not have one. Or you could use this jack, but it's a piece of shit. So when you're left with that, you use what's available. The old Crown electric lift. And it is holding the bike up nicely. So what we did here, we've got our fender on. Now, I need to measure, or I did measure already, from the middle of this hole up to here. And I need 10 inches between there, which I have, and I've still got plenty of space between the tire and the fender. I could actually probably go a little bit lower if I wanted to, but we are not going to do that. So that should work out just nicely. And while this is on, it was also a good time to look at where a guy might make a cut on this. And I'm thinking eventually I'll probably chop it straight across from that strut, and we'll see how that goes. Okay everybody, that's going to do it for today and for this video. I didn't get a whole lot done today, but I kind of ran out of time, and I've got some other things I've got to do, but I've got all the time in the world to finish that bike, because I already got a really good bike sitting at home on a fat boy. So anyway, I'll continue on until the next video. We'll see you later.